Hey everybody, welcome back to the Pub Trivia Experience. My name is Chris and we are here tonight for a little hot seat head-to-head action. Let's go ahead, let's meet our two contestants. First up, Huntsville, Alabama. Mike Mott, my friend, how you doing? What are you drinking?
Chris, I'm doing awesome. It's been a good day, good evening, and this is the first time that we have recorded together since Sporclecon. So it was great to see you there. It was great to meet my opponent there tonight. That was a fantastic time. We recorded a little bonus episode where we talked about all of that. That was intended to go for about a half an hour and went for an hour and a half. So because we just enjoyed each other's company that much, but everything was great. Yeah, pretty much. As for what I am drinking, I have from the SoPro Southern Prohibition Brewing Company, which is from Hattiesburg, Mississippi. I was like, I know it's somewhere Mississippi. I can never remember Hattiesburg. This is the Paradise Lost Double Dry Hopped IPA. I think I have had this on the show before, but they pretty much always have it at the local liquor store, so it's a go-to for me. Cheers.
Well, cheers, my friend. Before we get to our guest, let me pop mine. So I'm going to need this deal with him anyway. I'm going to do a bottle. I think I'm going to do a bottle kill tonight. It's enough to do a bottle kill, right?
Oh, yeah, that looks like a bottle kill.
I am going to be killing off a bottle, my first ever bottle of Blade and Bow bourbon. So Blade and Bow, for those that don't know, Blanton's has their horses that you collect with the different letters on them. Blade and Bow has their 5 key collection. So I've got the key right here. I have now earned this key. It will not help me save a princess, but I've got key number 4. So I've got to get 1, 2, 3, and 5 still. But nice little pour bourbon here. Cheers, gentlemen.
Cheers.
All right. Next up, I'm excited about this because I had never met this person before Sporclecon, and I got to know him pretty well at Sporclecon. Dalton, my friend from Lockdown Trivia. How are you doing? What are you drinking? And welcome to PTE.
Yeah, I'm thrilled to be here. Not my first PTE network experience, but my first on the flagship. And so
right.
Thanks for having me. I am from Franklin, Tennessee. Is this the first south of the Mason-Dixon line battle we were having? It seems like everyone I hear is from the north, and me and Mike are definitely way down here.
Yeah. But this is probably the closest anyone else has been to Huntsville, I would say, of the competitor. We got folks in North Carolina, bunch of folks that are south of the South in Florida.
We might have been north of the Mason-Dixon, let's be honest.
Yeah. Oh, we had I think wasn't Dean living in Nashville when we had him on?
Yeah, but I think he's moving to Atlanta now.
I was going to say, I feel like he moved again. I feel like he had moved again, but I think I think he had just gotten to Nashville. He'd either just gotten to Nashville or just left Nashville. When
Not the first south of Mason-Dixon battle, but given that you are from Huntsville, I thought it would be appropriate that I have 2 beers tonight. One I actually want to drink, and one because I'm feeling competitive. Okay. I'm currently finishing off my Drink Yeehaw beer. This is the official lager of the Tennessee Volunteers.
Yes.
It is delicious. It says on the can, a good old premium lager. Vol lager tastes like home sweet home to me. This beer is full of flavor, yet drinkable for any volunteer. Yeehaw, go Vols. So that is there. And what I'm actually drinking, will pop here, is my favorite beer in this area. It's from Black Horse Brewery. That is out of Alcoa, Tennessee. It's a vanilla cream ale. And I'm a big vanilla cream ale guy. You said what you were drinking, and I was like, So there are 2 beer drinking people in the world, and you and I are both of them. But cheers, yep. And thanks for having me on PTE, guys.
Thanks for joining us.
Well,
we could do with a little less volunteer-related stuff, but you know.
I'm an Illini fan, but you know, when in Rome, I figured
I get it.
Drinking this would bring me some kind of kismet against you tonight.
I mean, orange is orange, so we're going to allow it as long as it's not with the color blue. We'll be fine.
Yep. Fair.
Although I think isn't the Illini? You guys are blue and orange, right?
Yeah, orange and blue. But you know,
it's a dark blue, so we'll allow that.
That's right.
We're okay with
it. It is definitely a orange and navy blue for most of the implications of that.
Well, we are going to we're going to jump right into our pregame round. Our pregame is going to be all things horror movies.
Ooh, okay.
And this is going to be a this or that. I am going to give you the name of someone who is pretty much an an A-list or close to A-list celebrity. This person had a role, an early role in their career in a horror movie. I will then list off 2 franchises. You tell me which franchise they appeared in.
Okay.
God help me.
So Dalton, what do you know about horror movies?
I shared this before we started recording, but I was actually raised as a Jehovah's Witness, though I am not one anymore. And even since then, have not desensitized myself to horror movies in general. The scariest thing I've ever watched is Cabin in the Woods. So this is going to be a challenge of knowing what other people have told me. Let's see what happens.
Yep.
Well, there's only about a 50% chance of a merman showing up. If it does, we do hope it eats Bradley Whitford.
Yes.
No.
Dalton, you are the visitor today. So do you want the odds or the evens in this round?
We'll go odds.
You're going to get the odds. Mike, you're going to get the evens. And we're going to start with what I think are probably the 2 easiest here. So, Dalton, your celebrity is Johnny Depp. Did Johnny Depp, was he in a film from the Nightmare on Elm Street universe or the Reanimator universe?
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Famously eaten by a bed in Nightmare on Elm Street 1. Dalton, you're starting off with the correct answer.
Not just eaten, regurgitated.
Yeah. It's downhill from here, by the way.
Oh, Mike, we're going to go to your easy one. You're going to get Mr. Kevin Bacon. Was Kevin Bacon in Friday the 13th or Halloween?
Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th, part 1 is correct. I believe, was he one of the counselors? If I'm trying to remember correctly.
It's been forever. I've only seen it once, and it's been forever.
It has. All right, well, you're each 1-1. Dalton, we're heading back to you. You're going to get Matthew McConaughey.
Okay.
Was Matthew McConaughey in the Sleepaway Camp franchise or the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise?
If it's not Texas and it's Matthew McConaughey, that's a crying shame. So I guess I'm going to guess Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
That is a correct answer. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I think it's called The New Generation. They didn't want to go all the way to the Star Trek Ranger, but yeah, it was a Texas TCM TSG is what we call it. Mike, he got Matthew McConaughey. Mike, you're getting Jennifer Aniston. Was Jennifer Aniston in the Leprechaun franchise or the Troll franchise?
She was in the Leprechaun franchise.
She was in Leprechaun 1. That is correct.
Yep.
All right, 2 for 2 for both of you. Dalton, question number 5. You're going to get Renee Zellweger. Was Renee Zellweger in the Reanimator franchise or the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise?
I mean, it would... I don't know. I'm going to guess a lot based on vibes. So we're going to go with Reanimator for Renee Zellweger.
Oh, our first incorrect answer.
Yeah.
Renee Zellweger is in the same movie with Matthew McConaughey.
And demonstrable evidence, I have not seen such a movie. Yes.
I really don't need to see it. It's not good.
I almost made that comment. I almost said, and he wasn't the only one when you went. But then I realized that might be coming up, so I should keep my mouth shut.
Mike's played PTE before. All right, Mike, we're heading over to you.
All right.
You're going to get Leonardo DiCaprio. Was Leonardo DiCaprio in Critters or Tremors?
He was in Critters. I think it was 4.
I believe it was Critters 3.
Maybe 3. Okay.
But yes, Critters is a correct answer. Dalton, you're going to get Patricia Arquette. Was Patricia Arquette in Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street?
We're going to go with Friday the 13th in this case.
Oh, no. She is in what is arguably my second favorite Nightmare on Elm Street movie, Nightmare on Elm Street 3, The Dream Warriors. She is one of the kids in the mental hospital.
Wow. Okay. That is an early pull for her, isn't it?
Yeah. What's your favorite? The first one or New Nightmare?
Oh, it's the first one.
Okay. I figured.
I love New Nightmare for how meta it is, and I think it's wonderful. But, like, it's 1, 3, and then probably New Nightmare. Does 4 get up there? I feel like 4 doesn't quite get there because I think 4 erases a lot of what happens in 3, if I remember correctly. It doesn't matter. All right.
It did just occur to me to mention that I lied because I said Cabin in the Woods is pretty much the only one I've seen. And now that I think about it, I was belligerently drunk and watched Freddy versus Jason. So
that's the only state in which you should watch that movie. So
I love that movie.
Well, there's that. I definitely have seen 2, guys.
He put The knife fingers of Kelly roll his nose and goes, "Got your nose." Oh, I lost where we are. Mike, we're over to you, right?
Yes.
Oh, this is appropriate. Mike, you're going to get Julia Louis-Dreyfus. Was Julia Louis-Dreyfus in Candyman or Troll? And by that, I mean the franchise is not necessarily the first movie.
Right. Yep. Understand. I'm trying to figure out. Okay, Candyman. I don't actually know when Troll came out, but Candyman, that franchise would have started after Seinfeld was at least it wasn't at the heights of its popularity, but I think Candyman was early 90s. So I'm going to say Troll for that reason.
Troll is a correct answer. The logic worked for you. Troll, I think, was mid to late 86, 87 time frame, if I'm not mistaken. I've been wrong before. Someone will tell me in the Discord. It'll probably be Guapo.
He'll just email you or mail you a troll doll.
Yeah.
Staple to it a note that says how you were wrong.
That's right.
He did send me a book of we'll call it inappropriate poetry. So Dalton, we're heading over to you. Your last question. You get Sam Malone himself, Ted Danson. Is Ted Danson in the Creepshow universe or the Hitcher universe?
Well, there's a lot of thought that goes into this, guys.
You know who Ted Danson
is? Yes, I know who Ted Danson is.
You're young. I don't know.
I'm 30. Like,
I'm a man. I'm 30.
There are degrees of young. Okay.
True.
I don't even remember what the options were. Let's go with the Creeper.
Yes, Ted Danson is in Creepshow. Nice.
All right, Creeper. Creep is what I remembered.
I didn't even know that was a franchise. I thought it was just one movie.
Okay. Oh man.
I mean, I guess there's also the TV show that had him too. But no, I think there's 2 or 3 Creepshows. I think the new one just came out too. All right, Mike.
Oh, cool.
We're gonna end it with you. You get Charlize Theron. Was she in the Children of the Corn universe or the Omen universe?
I feel like I've heard this somewhere. There's no like 2 Days in the Valley universe or something like that. Like in like early Charlize Theron movies.
Or was she in the Devil's Advocate?
Yeah, there we go. Devil's Advocate. Very, very memorable role for early role for Charlize Theron. I am going to say, apropos of nothing, Children of the Corn just doesn't feel right. So I'm going to say the Omen universe.
Oh, no. She's in Children of the Corn 3.
Well, there you go.
It means we got a heck of a game coming out of our pregame. Mike, you got a 4-3 lead, which means Dalton, you get to choose first or second in hot seat round 1.
I'm feeling very nihilist about that choice. Does it matter? I will go first since he went. No, I went first before, right?
You went first last time.
Yeah, we're going to keep going first.
All right. Dalton, I have got 15 minutes on the clock, a nonstop barrage of trivia questions and answers. Your time will begin after I read your first question. Here we go. Dalton, for you, what is the real name of the founder of Buddhism, commonly referred to as Buddha?
Oh, I feel like I've heard this before. No, I definitely have heard this before, and Mike answered it. I remember listening to a PTE episode. Am I crazy? Right?
Well, I think it actually did.
350 episodes. I have no idea what we've asked in the past.
Yeah, I remember hearing him say it, and I was like, I would never have got that in a million years. So pass.
His name is Siddhartha Gautama.
Yeah.
Mike, better known as Posh Spice. What was Victoria Beckham's maiden name? Hint: she shares it with 2 former presidents.
Adams?
Adams is correct. Dalton, which engine component reuses exhaust to increase the power output, allowing for the vehicle to accelerate faster?
Oh, you're not asking a car guy. What would be a funny answer? Let's say carburetor.
Oh, no. This would be a turbocharger.
Yeah.
Mike, if it's a flock of sheep or a murder of crows, what is it when it's owls?
It's actually funny. My daughter was just reading a book on owls earlier tonight. I think it's a parliament.
Parliament of owls is correct. Dalton, moving over to you. Dalton, do you play Learned League at all?
I do play Learned League, yeah.
Okay, Dalton, this is for you.
Okay.
What comedic actor starred in The General in 1926?
I started Learned League this season. Let's be clear about that. So I have no idea. This didn't come up in the first 8 days, at least. I converted a comedic actor to continue my streak of when I don't know something, but it matters for the culture. Shaka Khan.
This did come up this season. This came up like 3 days ago. This is Buster Keaton.
Yep.
Oh, and I got it wrong. Yeah, you're right. 100%.
So funny. I save all of my quizzes because I'm like, I'm going to go research that later. And I never do.
Yeah, that's about right. Mike, we're going to head over to you. Igor Sikorsky piloted the first helicopter in my hometown of Stratford, Connecticut. In which decade did he do it?
What a great question. I'm going to say how old is the helicopter? I mean, we had it's probably earlier than I think. I'm going to say 1930s.
1939. Nicely done.
Wow. I thought it was earlier than that. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, see, my first thought was the 50s, and I'm like, no, that's too late. It's got to be at least earlier than that. So,
all right, Dalton, often seen as the smallest unit of memory, KB, Kilo Bravo, stands for what?
Kilobyte.
Kilobyte is correct.
I know you were just doing NATO phonetic alphabet, but you gave him half the answer.
Oh, I did. Yeah, you're right.
It was fun. I was just laughing because I was like, that's pretty funny. Anyway,
Mike, what House of Representatives committee is responsible for issues such as taxes, bond debt, tariffs, and international trade?
Oh, this is really things that I should know as a responsible and informed citizen. But the only committee name I can even think of is Ways and Means. That's what I'm going to say.
Ways and Means is correct.
Okay.
I should have picked second. Spits out his beer.
See, you asked if it matters, and the answer is no.
Yes.
Except you always know the other person's question better than your own.
Dalton, an estimated 750 million people worldwide tuned in to watch what in 1981?
What would have been going on in 1981? I guess maybe a presidential election. I don't know. Inauguration. Let's call it the inauguration of a presidential inauguration.
Oh, wrong country. It was something political. This would be the wedding of Charles and Diana.
Yeah.
Mike, Siniri Istitupulu, wow, Siniristilippuu, is the local name for the simple blue and white flag of what Northern European nation?
You know how bad I am with flags.
Siniristilippuu.
Honestly, I felt bad you were spelling it. I was already tuning it out because I'm like, I don't know what the fuck that is. Simple blue and white flag, Northern European country, Latvia.
Oh, no, that'd be Finland.
Finland. Okay.
Dalton.
We got to study flags at some point.
What Irish rock band was formerly known as Feedback and the Hype?
Formally? Like, so weird.
So before they took their current name, they were known as Feedback and the Hype.
Wow. I'm trying to itch my memory for Irish rock bands, and I'm just not going to get there because I know I've written a question about an Irish rock band. I don't think I can pull who it was. Let's say Dropkick Murphys.
Unfortunately, I thought Dropkick Murphys was Canadian, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, it just sounded Irish.
I've always assumed they were Irish. That's interesting.
I could be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Great Big Sea is Canadian, but it doesn't matter. The answer we're looking for here is U2.
Yeah, that's literally who I wrote the question about, too. That kind of pisses me off.
It happens.
Mike, keep it simple, stupid. Malcolm Jamal Warner and Eddie Griffin starred in what appropriately named sitcom from the 90s?
Kiss?
No, that sitcom was called Malcolm and Eddie.
Oh, fuck. God damn it. That's good. I like that.
All right. Dalton, which of William Shakespeare's plays is the longest?
All of them. Let's go. Oh, God. I remember one seemed to have like more acts when I read it in high school, and I'm not going to pull it. I just seem to remember thinking that it was super, super long. Let's go with pub trivia and being Romeo and Juliet.
No, it'd be Hamlet.
That was one of the other choices you could have made, I suppose.
Mike, Egyptian writer Naguib Mahfouz is perhaps best known for what trilogy?
Oh, I mean, when you think of Egyptian trilogies, I'm sure something some people think of. I'm just not one of those people. I do not know. God, yeah, I have nothing. The Pharaoh trilogy.
Oh, close. It's called the Cairo trilogy.
Oh, okay. Oh, damn it! That actually tickles something. Anyway.
All right. Dalton, the world's largest hand-planted forest is located in Nebraska as a part of a national forest. It shares a name with an American singer whose real name is Ashley Frangipane. What is that name?
Halsey.
Halsey is correct. Mike, what type of bread comes from the German phrase roughly translated to fart goblin?
I just want to take a step back, and this is the first time I realized that Halsey is an anagram for Ashley.
Yeah, I wrote that question on Lockdown Trivia. Here's the plug. Listen to Lockdown. That's the only reason I got that question right.
That's awesome.
That's a good plug. Listen to Lockdown Trivia. It's
absolutely. I think it's pumpernickel.
It is pumpernickel.
That's a good poll. That's a great poll. Oh, man.
All right, Dalton. What two tennis majors are played on a hard court as opposed to clay or grass?
The U.S. Open and the Australian Open.
That's a correct answer.
Nice
Mike.
job.
Taking its name from a famous English outlaw in archery, when an arrow splits another arrow on a target, what is it referred to as?
A Robin Hood?
It is called a Robin Hood. That is correct. Nicely done. All right, we are moving on to Dalton. Dalton, named the two performers at the center of the controversial 2004 Super Bowl wardrobe malfunction scandal.
Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake.
Jackson and Timberlake is correct. Mike, within 3 years either way, name the year these events took place. George Willig climbs the South Tower of the World Trade Center. The first mass-produced Apple computer, the Apple II, is launched, and actor and singer Bing Crosby dies.
Oof, okay. I mean, 84 was when they did the big Apple commercial with the Super Bowl. I think that was to announce the Macintosh. So I'm going to kind of split the difference there. I'm going to say 81.
Oh, just outside. It was back in 77.
77. I was thinking.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dalton, born in 1939, what is the real last name of fashion designer Ralph Lauren?
Oh, God. I thought of the funniest answer possible before I thought of the real one. I have no idea. Macchio.
Great answer.
That's a great answer. No, his real name is Ralph Lifshitz.
Never would have pulled that in a million years.
Oh, now that you say it, I feel like I've heard that somewhere.
Mike, what brand of shoe is nicknamed the 1460s? Inspired by the date, April 1st, 1960, the date their shoes were first made.
On April 1st? That's kind of cool. The 1460s. I do not know, though. Reebok.
Unfortunately, Dalton, you were shaking your head. Do you know the answer for no points?
I feel like I did, but I have missed so much in this. I felt like the 1460s, they named their shoes after numbers a lot. So I was going to guess Adidas.
Oh, no, those are Doc Martens.
Oh, never mind. Then I was thinking something completely wrong. I was going on the wrong path there. Anyway.
It's all right, Dalton, we're heading over to you next. A puppet controlled from above using wires or strings is called what?
You
do have the hand gesture right.
Yeah, and I know this. Marionette.
Marionette's a correct answer. Mike, heading over to you now. Italian designer Aquilino Cosani invented what popular 1970s children's toy originally known as a pon-pon?
Pon-pon. Yeah. Popular 1970s children's toy. I have no idea. I'm trying to even think of what a It's probably going to seem incredibly obvious when I hear it. Yo-yo. I know.
Nope. I have only heard of this because I've heard people talk about it in my family. This toy is called a space hopper.
Yeah, never even heard of it. I don't think so.
Things you hear from your aunts and uncles. Dalton, lemurs are only native to what country in Africa?
Madagascar.
Madagascar is a correct answer. Mike, in organization. Oh my God, this is inappropriate. Mike, in organization for bald men. An organization for bald men, Bald Are Us, celebrates its International Bald Holiday on the birthday of what the King and I Oscar winner?
First of all, this is a hilarious fact. Second of all, you said bald a lot in that question. Yul Brynner.
Yul Brynner is a correct answer. That is literally just the luck of the luck of the question here. But
Never mind about everything I said about going first. I'm glad I did it.
Dalton, heading over to you. How many offspring, some adopted, did dogs Pongo and Perdita have in the film they both played main characters in?
13.
No, they had 99, hence the name of the film and book. 100.
What's their name? Son of a... Oh, that sucks.
Mike,
No,
over to you.
I would have said 101 and been wrong because obviously I wouldn't have been counting them two. So
Right.
That's funny.
Yep.
Mike, what fruit native to Mexico, the Caribbean, and Central and South America has the highest concentration of vitamin C per serving?
Ooh. What a great question.
I know, I wrote it.
I know. I feel like I've heard this somewhere. I'm going to say the grapefruit.
Not a bad guess. We're looking for guava.
Guava. Okay. I have heard that.
I will not forget that. That's a cool fact.
Mm-hmm.
Dalton, what is the appropriate name of the beer that Drew and his buddies create and sell on the TV show, The Drew Carey Show?
You know how much I know about the Drew Carey Show? That they make fun of Drew Carey on Whose Line Is It Anyway? That's how much I know about the Drew Carey Show. Whose beer is it anyway?
It's great answer.
It's a great answer. Unfortunately, we're looking for Buzz Beer.
Buzz beer.
Yeah.
It was a beer with caffeine in it, I think, if memory serves.
It was. Mike, what company reintroduced red as a color option after the movie Office Space featured a red version of their stapler?
Oh God, Swing Line?
Swing Line's a correct answer.
That is like it's something
Well done.
line.
They switched from Swing Line to Boston, but I kept my Swing Line. All right, Dalton, heading over to you. In which supernatural horror film does Haley Joel Osment play the role of a troubled boy who sees dead people?
That's a quote you're supposed to know. But man. God, I hate the ones that everybody else knows and I don't. Let's say, I'm trying to think. It's a big one. I see dead people. I see dead people. I see dead people. I do not see the right answer. Let's say the Poltergeist.
Oh, not a bad guess. That'd be the movie The Sixth Sense.
Yep.
All right, and that is the end of Hot Seat Round 1. But because, Dalton, you did go first, we ended an odd number. Mike, you get one last question. Here it is. In 2024, what NFL quarterback threw 5 interceptions in a game and his team won, and 5 touchdowns in a game in which his team lost?
Ooh, what a great question. And I do not know the answer.
Poor Dalton knows the answer.
I'm pretty sure I do, but I'm thinking back and making sure that I'm not delusional.
I am going to say Kyler Murray.
Oh, not a bad guess. Unfortunately, not correct. Dalton, for no points, you want to wager a guess?
No. I think I am trying to think of who would have thrown 1 billion interceptions, and who would have been capable of throwing 5 touchdowns. That was what my thought process was.
Well, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
So let's call it Josh Allen.
Not a bad guess. First off, if I had
that would have been my other guess. So
Yeah.
if I had heard this question, my first thought would have been Jameis Winston.
Fair.
It wasn't Tua. I know that.
It was Jared Goff.
Oh, Goff.
that checks out. Yep.
Yeah, that does track. Yeah.
Coming out of Hot Seat Round 1, Mike, you've got a 12-9 lead.
That's less bad than I thought it was going to be.
So, Mike, you picked up 8. Dalton, you picked up 6 in that round. And we are into our halftime round, Mike. You have got a 12-9 lead. And I'm going to tell you, we're having a little bit of a change of plans, or a little bit of a different type of game for our halftime round. So, Your halftime category is fun with alliterations.
Ooh, okay.
Everybody has fun with alliterations. In fact, we're about to have our own fun. I am going to read you 5 different statements. The person that each statement describes has an alliterative name. There will be one person from each of the following letters: A, B, C, D, and E.
Didn't need to write those down. Okay.
Yeah, I was ready to write. I'm like, okay, never mind.
You're going to want to write these down.
Oh, God.
There goes me blind locking in Mike Mott.
Your charge is, I'm not giving you any information. I'm going to read you 5 statements, and the answer to each of those statements will fit either A, B, C, D, or E with alliterations on all of them. All right?
Okay.
You have to determine what person aligns to each clue. For example, if I was to give you the clue of a former college football coach who took Florida State University from irrelevance to a football powerhouse, your answer would be
Bobby Bowden.
Bobby Bowden. I have randomized your clues. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
I would recommend writing these down.
Oh, boy.
Clue number 1.
Right.
An American children's author, best known for her works Ginger Pye, and that's Pye, P-Y-E, The 100 Dresses, and The Moffats. Clue number 2. Stage name of a Puerto Rican rapper born Benito Antonio Martinez Ocasio in 1994. Clue number 3. A nature photographer best known for his black and white pictures of the American West. Question number 4. A musical actress who originated the leads in both Gentlemen Prefer Blondes and Hello, Dolly, and also earned an Oscar nomination for her role in Thoroughly Modern Millie in 1967. Your final clue. An anthropomorphic Disney character who appeared in Mickey's Christmas Carol as a young Scrooge's love interest named Isabel, but was introduced in a short film from 1940. Lock in your answers when you're ready.
Locked in.
Ooh, Jesus.
Wow.
I know. Okay.
You finally got a Dalton set of questions here.
That's good. There were two of the 5 that I knew. One that I thought I might have a beat on until he's locked in, so I can just say it. The 5th one I knew dead to rights, but I thought I had a beat on the 4th one. I thought the musical actress could be Doris Day, and then we got to the 5th one, and I knew that the D was taken away. So now I am down to 3 letters. I don't know the children's author, and as mentioned, I don't know the musical actress. I have a random guess on the rapper. Let's see. Now I'm just trying to come up with. I'm trying to even pull up the children's authors that I can think of, or that might, because I don't know the books. So
I had the opposite experience as Mike in this, because the first one was the only one that I was like, I'm not sure, and then when I nailed the next 4, I was like, oh, it has to be that one.
Gotcha. Yeah. So let's.
I'm not gonna lie. I was worried about how this was gonna go, and it seems like it's at least moderately entertaining. So.
I also don't know
for
if
you guys, I'm sitting here like the.
This is for no reason at all. This is funny. The third one gives nothing away about the clue, but there's a random chili place that is my favorite chili restaurant in Springfield, Illinois, that has that individual's photographs all over the restaurant.
Oh,
and
that's
so
funny.
I just grew up eating chili and looking at this name every day. You know what I mean?
Wait, you don't have to worry about that one, because that was the other one that I knew.
Okay, good.
I don't think I'm going to get to the last one, so I'll just go ahead and lock in.
All right, let's go through these. Let's go reverse order, because I want to see if Dalton was able to get clue number 1. Clue number 5, an anthropomorphic Disney character who appeared in Mickey's Christmas Carol as a young Scrooge's love interest named Isabel, but was introduced in a short film in 1940. Dalton, your answer.
Daisy Duck.
Mike.
Daisy Duck.
Daisy Duck's a correct answer. All right.
I would have got it wrong had you not said Scrooge's love interest, because I was like, well, the mouse was not ready for a gay love interest, and I definitely would have said Donald otherwise.
Number 4, a musical actress who originated the leads in both Gentlemen Prefer Blondes and Hello, Dolly, and also earned an Oscar nomination for her role in Thoroughly Modern Millie in 1967. Mike, what'd you come up with?
The name Carol Channing sprung into my head, so that's what I locked in with.
Dalton.
And Thoroughly Modern Millie, it was strawberries. And the only other reason I know about this is Whose Line Is It Anyway? Callback, where Ryan Stiles is a really funny bit as Carol Channing as Clint Eastwood saying, I know what you're thinking. Did I fire 7 shots or 6?
I remember that, yes.
Yeah, Carol Channing is correct here.
I can't believe I pulled that. I'm happy.
Carol Channing's correct. Nicely done. Number 3, a nature photographer best known for his black and white pictures of the American West. Dalton.
Nothing better to look at when eating chili than an Ansel Adams photograph.
Mike?
Yeah, Ansel Adams for me as well.
You're both 3 for 3, which means I got to make these harder next time. Number 2, the stage name of a Puerto Rican rapper born Benito Antonio Martinez Ocasio in 1994. Mike?
I didn't have anything on this one. I honestly don't know rap all that well. But with a name like Benicio, I thought, or Benito or whatever it was, I thought maybe Big Ben sounded like a pretty good rap stage name.
Dalton.
Keaton will slap me for saying this, but one of the hottest rappers out there is Bad Bunny.
Oh, Puerto Rican rapper. I always forget about fucking Bad Bunny. Yep.
He's a good-looking dude, too.
He is a fine-looking man.
Have you seen Happy Gilmore, too?
Me?
Yeah, or both of you.
I have not yet. I keep telling Nikki I want to watch it, and she's like, I don't even remember the first one. I'm like, I don't think it matters, but I could be wrong.
No, they recap the first one in the opening credits of the movie. Yeah, he ends up playing Happy's caddy in Happy Gilmore, too.
Oh, that's funny. Okay.
And he's phenomenal. It is Bad Bunny, so Dalton, you're going to pick up the point there. And number 1, the American children's author, best known for her works Ginger Pie, The 100 Dresses, and The Moffats. Dalton, your answer.
Only because I knew it had to be E. That I wasn't sure what it was going to be otherwise, but that helped me. I think this is Eleanor Estes.
Mike.
I could not pull any children's authors, basically, period, but certainly none that, which is weird because I read children's books to my kids all the time. I just sort of gloss over who writes them. So I just I chose an E name and I went Elizabeth Edwards.
That's a great guess.
Eleanor Estes is correct. Dalton, you just swept the halftime round. Nicely done, sir.
Well done, sir.
I like alliteration, and I'm grateful that you gave me an opportunity to get back in the game because Mike's about to beat my ass in the second half.
Hey, that first half was close. And given that you got the harder questions, I mean.
I don't know about that.
Well, being that, that particular game for me was a lot of fun. But I'd like to know if our listeners enjoyed that format. It was a lot of fun to write and put together. So if you did like it, hop on Discord, email me at pubtriviaexperience@gmail.com. I'd love to know. Gentlemen, did you like that? Was that fun for you to play? Be serious.
Absolutely.
I edited it out.
As far as I'm concerned, I think you've got 21 more letters of the alphabet to deal with.
And I hated it, and I would never do that kind of category again. No, that was a blast. As soon as you said what it was, I was excited for it. And
absolutely,
the deductive reasoning of knowing the ones you definitely know and trying to go from there is good trivia. So I think that should happen a lot. And there's also, to his point, 21 more letters. Yeah, there is that, but also there's so many people that could qualify. Oh, yeah. So that seems like a very deep pool of questions you could write there.
Also, let's be honest. Didn't say it had to be people. I've written a bunch of these, and we're going to have them in future episodes if people like them. So.
If one of the answers doesn't end up being Mike Mott, though, I'm going to be sad.
And Dalton DeGee.
Dalton DeGee, exactly.
Yeah.
Former host of the Pub Trivia Experience. Go ahead, Mike.
I was just going to say, I have another beer to pop. This is the Cosmic Trucker Hazy IPA, which is from the Good People Brewing Company, which is an Alabama brew. It is from Birmingham. And it is apparently a limited release, which is unfortunate because it's really good.
We are moving into Hot Seat Round 2. Mike, you are currently trailing 29-24, so you get to pick odds or evens in Hot Seat Round 2.
Well, Dalton's gotten to go first so far, and I always pick first when given the opportunity, so that's what I'm picking here.
You're going to go first, Dalton. You'll be 1 second. I got 15 minutes on the clock. Time begins after I read your first question. Mike, here we go. Mike, by definition, a snickerdoodle is a type of what?
Cookie?
Cookie is correct. Dalton, the Intimidator is the nickname of a famous NASCAR driver. What is their real name?
Dale Earnhardt.
Dale Earnhardt's correct. Mike, in 1773, what event took place at Griffin's Wharf?
The Boston Tea Party.
Boston Tea Party's correct. Dalton,
Cheers.
in 2024, which country became the 32nd country to join NATO?
Oh. I seem to remember the news of them applying and maybe not being allowed, but I have no better guess than to say Ukraine.
No, it was not the Ukraine. It was Sweden.
Yeah, they weren't allowed in, right? They tried.
They tried. Sweden has historically been against it, but joined it after the aggression in Ukraine. Mike, heading over to you.
That's right.
What Appalachian mountain state was the first Confederate state to be readmitted to the Union after the Civil War?
Ooh, a fantastic question.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it's the northernmost state, I'll say Virginia.
Unfortunately not. That would be Dalton. Any guess?
Appalachians made me think like I don't think West Virginia was
West Virginia had seceded from Virginia to become part of the Union. So.
I guess my gut would have said West Virginia.
That's what. Yeah.
No, it was Tennessee.
Tennessee. Yeah.
Oh, of course it was. Here, cheers, bald baby. Yeah.
Mike, heading over to you.
Anchor down. No, I just answered that one.
Oh, my Lord. Mike, what animal gets its name from a Native American word that means animal that scratches with its hands?
So nobody's ever called me Mike before, but I'm pretty sure animal that scratches with its hands. It would be. It sounds cool. Is it a muskrat?
It is not. It's a raccoon.
I thought that, and I overthought that. That pisses me off.
You did, because sometimes the obvious answer is the correct answer. Mike, we're heading over to you now. Ringo Starr used to narrate what children's television series?
Thomas the Tank Engine.
Thomas the Tank Engine's correct. Dalton, whose 2013 world tour was called the Miss Carter Show?
Oh, Beyonce.
Beyonce's correct. Mike, what Swedish writer planned for his Millennium series of crime novels to have 10 installments, though sadly he'd pass after writing only 3, without any of them being published till after his death?
I kind of remember this. I read all 3. Stig Larsson.
Stig Larsson's correct. The author of the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo series. Dalton, perhaps due to its size, what animal has the highest blood pressure?
Giraffes, because they have to be able to get up to their brain.
Giraffes is a correct answer.
Yep.
Mike, Ozzy Osbourne's real first name is a name shared with what Beatle?
Gosh, you would think he was just in the news, and therefore I would know this.
Yeah.
I used to even know what Ozzy's real first name was. Paul.
Oh, his name is actually John Michael Osborne. We're looking for John Lennon.
Wow.
Okay.
Dalton, heading over to you. Within 3 years, in what year was the Berlin Wall constructed?
Constructed? Oh, hold on.
You always hear it the other way around.
Yep.
Yeah, no kidding. Trying to think context. My gut is telling me in the 30s. I think it would have had to been post World War One. Oh, it has to be post World War II. It didn't last very long, actually. Now that I'm thinking, because why would it be in there during Nazi Germany? Let's call it. God, I could just be completely off base. 1948. Let's call it that.
Oh, it's actually a lot later than anyone thinks. It was 1961.
Wow. Okay.
Mike, what was the name of Walt Disney's short-lived fast food restaurant that debuted in 1991 in Illinois?
Okay, excuse me. Mickey's. I don't know.
Oh, it's not just Mickey's. It's called Mickey's Kitchen.
Oh, Mickey's Kitchen. Okay.
Dalton, Herbert Hoover was president from 1929 till 1933.
Yes, he was.
Every president since has been alive when Herbert Hoover was alive. That's not true anymore. But you have to go back to which president to find a president who was not alive when Herbert Hoover was alive.
This is a fucking fantastic and evil question.
Wow.
This is probably.
Can I ask for a clarification on this is not true anymore? So was this written like? I guess I'm trying to understand the premise of the question. Basically,
the part of the question. I don't know research on if Trump was alive when Herbert Hoover was alive or when Herbert Hoover was president. But we're looking for the last president who was president of the U.S. before Herbert Hoover was born. Go ahead, Mike.
I was just going to say, after he guesses.
No, I'm trying to think it out because if he was president in the 30s, he was probably in the 60s. And that means this president would have needed to been president before.
Let me walk that back real quick. We're looking for a president who was not alive when Herbert Hoover was alive.
Oh. So that president died before Hoover was born.
Yes, that president would have died before Herbert Hoover was born.
Okay. That's what I'm thinking. Died before the Civil War is what I'm guessing. So somewhere in there. Let's call it. Oh, it can't be them because they died on the same day. So that you wouldn't ask that. It couldn't be them.
I like that.
God, is it just that simple? Whatever. I because if it's this and I don't guess, and I'm just gonna be pissed. I guess it has to be Washington as a guess.
Unfortunately, not Mike. Do you have a guess?
Well, I figure if Hoover was, if you assume he was 50 and 29, he was born in 1879. And this is morbid as fuck, but I'm pretty sure Johnson and Grant were still alive, and Hayes was the sitting president. That makes it Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln's what we're looking for there because he died in the Civil War or during the Civil War.
No,
well,
right after. Yeah.
Mike, you get no points for that, but you do get this next trivia question.
It's like that was like a skillet proof flex right there.
So it was. Oh, okay. I guess I just fundamentally misunderstood what was being asked there.
Confusing fucking question. It is.
It's an evil question, Mike. What 2012 song by One Direction spent 13 consecutive weeks in the Billboard Hot 100 Top 10?
The only One Direction song I ever think of is I think it was just called "Beautiful," the "You Don't Know You're Beautiful" song. So that's what I'm gonna
say. Incorrect. Dalton, do you have a guess?
Is it One Thing?
It is not. Mike, you had the right song. You had the wrong song title. That song title is called "That's What Makes You Beautiful."
That's what makes. Okay.
Oh,
so I was at least on the right track. Good. I don't have to learn any other One Direction songs. Cool.
Except for one thing.
Except for one thing, apparently.
Yeah.
Dalton, what country has the highest life expectancy in the world?
Depends on what demographic of that country you're asking about in this one. Let's say
highest life expectancy in the world. Go ahead.
Yeah, let's say Japan.
Japan's a correct answer.
Yeah.
Mike, heading over to you. In what decade did the FDA first approve the vaccine that treats chickenpox?
Let's see. I never got it, so let's say. I mean, largely because I had already had chickenpox before this ever happened. So I'm going to say the 2000s.
Oh no, it was first approved back in 1955.
Really?
Yep.
Why the fuck didn't I ever get it?
Dude, I got scars on my face from that shit. I get it.
I know.
All right, Dalton, heading over to you. Who is the only golfer to lose a playoff in all 4 major tournaments?
My brain tells me pick somebody super good who could have lost at all of them. So maybe like not Tiger, but let's say Phil Mickelson.
Oh, not a bad guess. That'd be the shark himself, Greg Norman.
Oh, okay.
I
would have guessed Mickelson.
You would have guessed Mickelson, Mike?
I would have guessed Mickelson. That was my first thought.
Yeah.
Mike, what Caribbean musician featured an Eminem song "Love the Way You Lie"?
I know.
You remember what we were talking about earlier?
Yeah, I'm silently emoting here.
Yeah. I'll just say the first name. I feel like I vaguely know the song. It's this song. I remember the song, but it came out when I was in my rejection of everything mainstream, like that anybody would have ever heard of phase, which has actually waned, believe it or not. So I'm just going to say Rihanna.
Rihanna's a correct answer.
It was the first name that popped in my head.
There's a lot of Modest Mouse being played back in those days. Right. Dalton, heading over to you. Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake turned up to the American Music Awards in 2001 wearing outfits made out purely of what?
Dude, I was 6. Um,
The trivia gods don't care.
yeah, I know they
That's
don't.
right.
It's not meat because Lady Gaga wouldn't have been a big deal if it was meat. And so now that I've eliminated one thing that exists in the universe,
Mhm. Hey, the odds are better.
Yeah, no kidding. They are better. That is an objectively true statement. Let's say their outfits were entirely made of paper.
Oh no, they did a flashback there. They were entirely made of denim.
Oh yeah, well that checks out.
Mike, heading over to you. To
Very
avoid
early on.
confusion with a prominent city, what U.S. state's tourism department advertises itself simply as, quote, the state?
Oklahoma?
Oh, no, that'd be the state of Washington.
Okay. Got it. With
Oh,
a prominent, I was thinking a prominent city within the state. Yep.
Dalton, what biographical crime film from 1967 stars Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway as the title characters?
Oh man, I want to get to another question, so I'm going to quickly answer it wrong and say, The Cabin in the Woods.
Oh no, this would be Bonnie and Clyde.
Oh, kidding? Was she really Bonnie?
Yeah, Warren Beatty was Bonnie. It was wonderful.
I didn't know that. I did not know that.
I would have watched the shit out of Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway, except they gender reversed the roles.
That's right.
The real movie's great, but I think that would have been even better.
Mike, what U.S. state is responsible for almost 90% of the United States lobster supply?
Maine?
Maine's correct. Dalton, released in 1965, what one-word title was the fourth of the James Bond movies?
Goldfinger.
Oh, no, that'd be Thunderball. Mike, what is
He was close. Goldfinger was third.
It was a compound word.
Yeah, that's right.
Mike, what is the fifth sign of the zodiac?
I don't know where they start.
Yeah, that's a shitty question. It's cyclical in nature there, Chris.
Okay, hold on. Can I do this? Can I do this from the Weird Al song? That's your horoscope for today. Let's just start with it. I'm just gonna say my sign. I'll say Cancer.
Oh, no, it's the Leo, but I am going to flag that. We'll come back to it at the end of the episode. Dalton, we're heading over to you.
That's probably right, because I think it starts at, I think
we'll go back and look. Dalton, within 10 years either way, in what 17th century year did the Salem witch trials begin?
1638.
Ooh, 1692 is what we're looking for. Mike, set in 2004, what Hall of Famer set a record for hits in a season with 262?
Ichiro?
Ichiro Suzuki is the correct answer. Dalton.
God, he got that many.
Planned and constructed in 1850 by King Maximilian II of Bavaria, Maximilianstrasse is a major shopping district in what German city? Maximilianstrasse.
I kick myself if I don't just say it. That can't be right. Let's say, I don't know how to know a single city in Germany aside from that. Now that I think about it. Yeah, I guess I just have to guess Berlin.
Unfortunately, Munich is what we're looking for.
Oh, yeah, I guess I did know that, didn't I?
Mike, we're heading over to you for this next question, and I am so happy I get to read this question. Mike, what college football bowl game that shares a name with a breakfast brand made headlines in 2023 when the Kansas State Wildcats got to eat the bowl game's mascot?
I'm so glad I got to hear this question. Unfortunately, I am stuck in the past where where bowl games didn't have crazy names. Shares its name with was it a breakfast brand?
Mm-hmm. You want the question again?
No, that's okay.
Sure, I'd love to read this question again.
If you want to read it again, I'll take the time.
What college football bowl game that shares a name with a breakfast brand made headlines in 2023 when the Kansas State Wildcats got to eat the bowl game's mascot?
I mean, I love the question. I have just, in the past several years, I've completely lost track of college bowl games due to circumstances. And I'm loving Dalton. I wish this was a video medium because I'm loving Dalton's expression.
Oh, right, Mike, now. This is killing me.
I know. I can tell it is.
Oh, and do you know it?
Yes, of course I know it.
When I don't, because I don't know, I'm going to be funny, or at least attempt to be funny. I'm going to say there is such thing as the Count Chocula Bowl.
Bro, they sacrificially sacrifice the mascot every year now. This is the Pop-Tarts Bowl.
They put the guy in a Pop-Tart costume into a toaster.
And then an actual edible pop. Hey, listen, he descends into the toaster, and then an actual edible Pop-Tart the size of 2 grand pianos falls out, and they eat on it. It's the funniest thing that's ever happened.
My life is so I had literally no idea that was a thing, and my life is so enriched for now having that knowledge.
Go on YouTube as soon as we're done recording and watch the Pop-Tart Bowl eatery.
Hey, I got tabs. I'm already Googling it.
Oh, it's so funny.
Pop-Tarts will single-handedly save bowl game season, but that brings us to the end of Hot Seat Round 2. But Dalton, we do owe you one final question, so here it is. Within 3 years either way, in what year did the World Wide Web first become publicly available?
Well, earlier you asked a question about Macintosh computers, and it was earlier than I expected it to be. But that doesn't mean they could access the World Wide Web, I guess. No, but I think that's a fair place to put my flag. Let's say 1977.
Oh, no, a lot later than that, actually, 1991.
So I was right. What did they do before they had the internet? Not to be the Gen Z kid here, but...
we had to look at movie times in the newspaper, and I would check the newspaper every day. I'd have to fight my dad for the sports section to see who won the game the night before.
Wow, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever.
No, that statement's funny as shit, though, because I had a conversation with my best friend's son one time when he was like 12, and he is, 24 now, but so this is several years back. But he was complaining one time. He was like, man, YouTube has gotten really bad with the commercials. And I just started going off about, oh, yeah, well, hey, when I was your age, my computer didn't have access to the internet. And he just looks at me and he goes, what's the point of having a computer if you don't have access to the internet?
We had Microsoft Encarta. We were looking shit up in a virtual encyclopedia.
100%. Yep. We got dial up.
I should have trusted my gut. I knew it was later.
Oh, Mike, I did look up the fifth sign of the zodiac. That is 100% an incorrect answer. There's not really an easy way to get to it, but it's not Leo in any way, shape, or form. So you are going to get one last question. Mike, what insect emerges from the ground every 13 to 17 years?
Cicada.
Cicada is correct. And
I'll
with
take that shit over zodiac questions any day.
Dalton, you're going to pick up 4. Mike, you're going to pick up 8.
Ooh, close the gap.
Oh, shoot. This is a close game, isn't it?
It is a very close game.
It is a 1-point game. Dalton, you are leading currently 33 to 32 as we head into our wager round.
Wow, okay.
Here's how your wager round is going to work. You're going to wager strictly on categories. Your rules for wagering are simple. You must wager whole numbers only. That means, no partial numbers, no decimal places, no fractions, but also no negative wagering. Mike, I'm looking at you, you son of a bitch.
3 years ago.
What did you say
3 years ago.
Score was, Chris?
The scores right now are 33 to 32. Dalton, you got a 1-point lead.
Okay, I'm going to try to track this as we go on here. Okay.
So you can break up your wagers however you want. You're wagering strictly on the categories alone. The rules being you must wager whole numbers only, and your total wager cannot exceed your points right now. In this part of the game, if you get the question right, you'll get your wager, but if you get the question wrong, you will lose those points. So wager responsibly. Are you ready for your wager round categories?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Your categories are U.S. geography, politics, and a movie, a book, and a painting, all sharing the same name. Again, that's U.S. geography, politics, and a movie, a book, and a painting, all sharing the same name. Lock in your wagers now.
Locked in.
Yes, also locked in.
All right, we are moving on to question number 2. Category was politics. What 2-word legislative maneuver, the legality of which was in the U.S. was upheld in a 1929 Supreme Court ruling, was first completed in the U.S. by James Madison in 1812, when he allowed a bill to remain unsigned until after Congress had adjourned?
Locked in.
I'll lock in.
All right. Question number 3, your category was a movie, a book, and a painting all sharing the same name. Here we go. A 1962 James Jones autobiographical novel was turned into a 1998 Terrence Malick movie of the same name. That name is taken from an event during the Battle of Balaclava in the Crimean War, where a severely outnumbered British and Ottoman regiment successfully repelled a Russian attack. That book, movie, and a painting by Robert Gibb depicting that battle all share what name?
Locked in.
I have no idea, so let's lock in.
We're going on. Let's get our answers. Let's get our wager. Let's get ourselves a winner. Your first category was U.S. geography. Bordering the Mississippi River, name the U.S. city that is both home to the 10th largest pyramid in the world, but also appropriately gets its name from an ancient Egyptian city roughly 10 miles south of Cairo on the shores of the Nile River. Mike, you're currently trailing. What is your answer and your wager?
Well, Chris, I only wagered 5 on this one because I didn't think the words Mississippi River and pyramid were going to appear in it, but I immediately locked I immediately locked Memphis.
Dalton, your answer and your wager.
Memphis is the correct answer, and holding up my Tennessee beer, and I put 20. Cringing. I was worried about the next one because you said it might not be U.S., so I put 20 on this one.
Now, Memphis is the correct answer. I almost, for the first time ever on PTE, pulled a multiplier on this question, but I opted against it. What's the name of that pyramid?
Oh, I have no clue.
Yeah, I have no clue.
Wait, no. It's the Bass Pro Shops pyramid.
It is the Bass Pro Shops pyramid.
It is.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Oh, there's no multiplier there, but Dalton, that right there is going to extend your lead. It's currently 53-37. Going into question number 2, the category was politics. What 2-word legislative maneuver, the legality of which in the U.S. was upheld in a 1929 Supreme Court ruling, was first completed by James Madison in 1812 when he allowed a bill to remain unsigned until after Congress had adjourned? Mike, your answer and your wager.
That clever Bill of Rights writing motherfucker. No, I didn't have... I think this is one I'm going to know it when you say it, but I did not. I didn't have it, and I didn't think I was going to get there. I just said delay tactic, and I wagered 10.
Dalton, your answer and your wager.
I did not know any of the trivia you said until you said what it was at the very end. This is a pocket veto, and I wagered the rest of my 13 there.
It is a pocket veto, and the reason I put it as politics and not U.S. politics is because the pocket veto in a lot of other democratic countries is not allowed.
Mm-hmm.
Here in the U.S., it is. Pocket veto is the correct answer, and you're going to go ahead and pick up the points there, Dalton. You have 66-27 lead. Going into our final question. A movie, a book, and a painting all share the same name. A 1962 James Jones, I almost said James Joyce, would have been a different book.
That's okay. That's okay. If it was Jim Jones, it would have also been a different book.
Wow.
Jim Joyce is a Major League Baseball umpire, so that would have been a different book as well.
That's a good point.
Is he the one that called the
Yeah, he's the Galarraga.
Perfect game. Yeah.
Umpire, yeah.
All right. A 1962 James Jones autobiographical novel was turned into a 1998 Terrence Malick movie of the same name. That name is taken from an event during the Battle of Balaclava in the Crimean War, where a severely outnumbered British and Ottoman regiment successfully repelled a Russian attack. The book, movie, and a painting by Robert Gibb depicting that battle all share what name? Dalton, your answer and your meaningless wager.
Yeah, well, for USGO, I put 20. For politics, I put 13. And then when I messaged Chris, I said, never will get this, 0. The only answer I knew that might be able to satisfy this category was Sunday in the Park with George. And it's not that. So I have no idea.
It is not that. Mike, your answer and your wager. Give him the right answer.
Well, first of all, when you said the category, I was like, well, my favorite book, movie, and food is fried green tomatoes. As far as the painting goes, I actually have a funny story about going to see this movie. About 2 hours
Hold on. I don't think the words funny and this movie go anywhere near each other.
They don't, except for this really... Like I went to see it with a group of guys, and as I recall, it was actually what we called a rain day, which they had canceled school ahead of time because the forecast looked like it was going to snow so bad, and then all it did was rain. So we drove to the mall to see this movie. About 2 hours in, it reaches what to us seemed like a very clear stopping point. So we all stood up and started to leave before we realized the movie had another 40 minutes.
It's a long movie.
It's a long movie. It's a star-studded friggin' movie,
Yeah.
and probably the second best World War II movie that came out that particular year. It's The Thin Red Line.
The Thin Red Line is correct. So, Mike, you're going to pick up how many points there?
Oh, I'm sorry. I wagered 16. I wagered as if I would have 1 point left and it would matter, but Dalton wagered very well, and that was a great game.
It was a great game. Dalton, you're going to pick up the win tonight. Final score is 66-43. Nicely done, my friend. Nicely done.
Thank you. It helped that in terms of wagering, it helped that I knew there was not a snowball's chance in hell I would get the third one. Like, honestly, it helped me like decide where I wanted the points to be.
What's funny is if Chris had just made it film, I probably would have put more points, but I was like, with all three of those, I was like, I don't know. Like, if he leans too hard on the painting, I'm going to be lost. So
I agree. I would have been tempted by film. Like, maybe this is the edited out moment, but I think if those categories are more generic, it opens up more chaos in this moment.
Yep.
Whereas in that category, I was like, nope, never, not going to bet anything on that whatsoever.
In my defense, I thought about labeling that as either literature or a movie question, but it really fit into both realms, and I had the painting there anyway, so I threw it in. But you know what, Dalton? You took the win, which means, Mike, we're playing your revenge game this Friday on our Patreon feed. You want to tell Dalton what his category is going to be?
Oh, God.
You know, I was thinking in hindsight of whether this stuck in my head because we actually had a conversation. I think you were planning, and if this is a spoiler for a future episode, I apologize, but you were writing a lockdown round about that was Mario themed. And so I had Mario in my head. And so I was just like, you know what, Chris, I played a lot of Mario, like original Mario for the NES back in the day. So why don't you write a round about the Mario games for the NES?
Oh, God.
And okay. I have no idea. I was just literally like, I have no idea what to expect. But at this point, I've thrown Chris a lot of different revenge rounds. I was trying to come up with something new and different and interesting. So we'll see how this goes.
So I did not go all the way there. I have a 9-question game written all about the original Super Mario Brothers. So we're gonna see.
What even 9 levels?
Do I need another beer? Is that what I'm hearing right now?
You're gonna need another beer. We will see everybody on Friday for those Patreon supporters. It'll be on the Patreon feed. If you want to support the show and the work that we do here at the PTE Network, patreon.com/PTEBB is your home to all of the ad-free content that we have along with all of our bonus episodes. There's a giant back catalog, literally. Oh, God, there's got to be over 1,000 hours of content out there on our Patreon feed. So go, if you like the work we do, or even if you don't, you want to give us money, we'll take that too. We appreciate it. Check the show notes, all the social media stuff on there. Check us out on Discord as well. That's enough plugs for me. You know what? It's been a night. We will see you on Friday for the pub trivia experience. I have been Chris.
I've been Mike.
And I have, from Lockdown Trivia, been Dalton.
Always be branding Dalton. Nicely done, my friend. We'll see you on Friday. Until then, have a good one.